doing this. But yeah,
Yes. Hi, welcome everyone. I am Michael Christian, your host, your overcaffeinated host of Snacks and Suplexes. Today, I have a very special guest that I wish I had got to meet at Saturday night's main event here in Fort Wayne. We have the Fiend of Fort Wayne here, the gentleman who took a picture with Penta and was also on ringside, sat ringside. How we doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Uh, it's been a great day. Had fun at Saturday night's main event. Didn't expect me to pin. And I met Kit Wilson before the show. I went to the meet and greet they had at Belmont Beverage, but they wouldn't let me wear the mask in the liquor store, so I had to take the mask off.
I mean, I understand, but
Yeah.
I understand that a little bit. But yes, I was super excited when we got in contact a few weeks before the show, and I was watching
Oh
for you
yeah.
as soon as we arrived. So that was the coolest experience. And people didn't realize how deep the facility was when we got there. You were one of the first 1,000 in, I think, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I,
You
I
were one of
think
the first
so.
1,000. I was
Yeah.
in the back 6,000.
Yeah, we got there early. I usually get there at like 11 in the morning because if you go to the back side of the Coliseum where Parnell is, you usually can meet the wrestlers. But with the rain that we had for that event, the only one that really stopped to see us was Lillian Garcia, and then we were all surprised when they came out to do the filming for the Pinna rival when I got my picture with Pinna.
Honestly, that was really cool because he stopped not just for a second, but he like gave you time, and that was really cool. Like it was
Yeah,
a
I was
small moment.
surprised because
Okay.
at the end, after they were done filming, I asked to get a picture with him, and he was cool with it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yes, and one of those photos popped up on it popped up so big and everything, and I so many people were recording, and it was awesome that I got to know the guy behind the mask.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
it's
get
been
things started.
fun. I came up with the idea in 2020 when we got the COVID checks, and I was like, I used to do, and people might know me from that. I used to be, I still am. I'm a huge Zack Ryder fan. So before the feed, I had the hair and the glasses and the shirt, and they called me Broski Joe. So they knew me at WWE Vince as Broski Joe. So I was like Zack Ryder. It was like I was just wearing the shirt, the fake hair, and my thing keeps messing with me. I wore the glasses, the fake hair, and the shirt, and like some jorts, pretty much. They knew me as Broski Joe.
That's great, though. Let's ask this important question. How did you get started in it? What was your first wrestling memory? Like, Where did you start
Um,
from?
Oh, I started here in Fort Wayne. I moved here in '91. I started going to live events in '95 when they were actually affordable. So, one of our one moments they had at the Coliseum is a whole bunch of us. We didn't know it was going to happen. We all went down a wrong hallway and ended up getting locked in, and we got to see all the wrestlers leave. The arena. So it was like Owen Hart, it was Bret Hart, Yokozuna, Sid. It was a lot of the big back in the day wrestlers back in the '90s. So I guess Attitude Era. But they
That
used to
is
come
really
to Fort
cool.
Wayne like 2 or 3 times a year. Then right now it's rarely. It seems like I was here. I went to the last two before the one before TKO merged, and then the one after they merged, and you could really tell with the ticket prices how it really changed.
Yes, I was really excited for the show, but even the seats where it was up high, it was
Yeah, it
still
was still good.
they, yes, it was you could feel the energy when we got there.
Yeah,
Like
because
even
I wasn't really even going to go to the show, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but I was told not to. But the only way I got to go was a WWE person liked my costume and gave me a ticket and told me not to tell anybody. I just came to meet the wrestlers because, to be all honest, I couldn't afford the tickets because it was just too expensive. I was talked to somebody that paid 17.50 for a front row ticket for a front row seat and a meet and greet. So I think it's kind of crazy. They need to do something with the ticket prices because they're thinking the WWE events are like UFC.
Oh, absolutely. I've attended a couple events myself, and it's not cheap. But I will
No.
say, no matter if you sat front row or up higher like we did, it was you could feel the energy as
Oh
soon as
yeah.
they didn't need to tell us to be loud. We were loud.
No, we
We
were
gave
loud. Yeah,
reaction.
even though people were trying to say the noise was piped in, I kept seeing comments after the event happened.
Oh no, you could feel it. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
could. It built up, and when Rhea came out, same thing with Logan Paul. Who else?
Yeah.
Penta. There was a
I
reaction.
actually got to meet him after the show. We waited in the back, and there's a whole group of us. He pulled up on Parnell, talked to us for a few minutes, and then left. So he couldn't really get no pictures, but he stopped in traffic to say hi to us. We're waiting out in the back. That was
That's
around
cool.
like 11:30 because I didn't leave the arena till after midnight because people were wanting pictures with me.
Oh, absolutely. You made so many people's day. Like, I had an alternate shirt that I was going to wear, but then I stuck to my snacks and suplexes, and we did a live through the whole line. Oh, it was fun. I had a bag in my car or waiting just in case I got to meet you. I had a shirt ready.
Oh, that's
I had
cool.
a I had a shirt ready.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. The
My wife.
last one I've got a Firefly Funhouse one, the one that was like the NWO. I've got one of those, and then I got the Wyatt Six shirt when they had their first shirt come out. I had to get it right when they come out.
That Wyatt, I will say the Wyatt Six debut was probably one of the best debuts. Like single
Yeah,
camera shot, perfect,
yeah, I was
perfection.
disappointed they got released. I thought they were doing good. A lot of people didn't think so, but I liked it. I don't care what everybody else says, but yeah, I love the White Six. I like Bray. I liked everything they were trying to do for him. I was just waiting. I wish we could have seen where Bo Dallas. I have a feeling Bo Dallas eventually was going to become the Fiend.
Oh, that would have been nice. Some people were confused. I got a message saying they were confused on who I'm talking to, but I'm going to
Yeah,
pull up a picture from your Facebook to show
yeah.
exactly
Maybe I
because a
should have
lot of
put the
people.
costume on, but yeah, it takes a little bit of
uh,
time. I would shave my face and shave my hair.
yes, this is who I'm talking to right here. And everybody, I've known people like, hey, do you know who this guy is that was in Fort Wayne? Do you know him? I was like, oh, yeah. If you get
They were
messages, I've sent a
confusing me
couple
with
people
somebody.
yours.
I guess it was at the Royal Rumble in Indy, but I know there's another guy that's in Ohio that he does it too. After me, the
I,
Phoenix of Ohio.
I've done an interview with him as well. It's
Yeah,
also on
yeah.
here
I
as well.
just met him. I just talked to him recently and was hoping to meet up. But yeah, I've been doing the Fiend thing since 2020. If you go back to one of the SmackDowns when they had the TV screen thing they were doing, I was actually on there in my Fiend outfit. The the,
I may
the
have to go back
Biodome
and
or
look.
whatever the heck it was called,
Thunderdome, not
the
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I was
the
actually on
Capitol
it for a
Wrestling Center. Yeah,
SmackDown.
that is awesome. I tried so hard to get in there. I had like
Yeah, it
the
was hard.
perfect
I was
setup,
surprised I
everything.
got in, but a lot of people were tagging me on Facebook when I was on there saying that they saw me and like I was pretty big in Toledo or not Toledo. Well, Toledo too, but I went to Extreme Rules. My first pay per view was in Columbus, and I don't know who it was. They had me taking pictures with the fans, and the line was all the way back by the hotel where we were staying at the Hyatt, and they went off whoever this guy was. They just had me walk the line, so I got to cut the line just because I was dressed as a fiend. I don't know if it was somebody from the arena or WWE who it was, but they had me just take pictures with people that wanted got me into the door first. And I'm like surprised about that. And then they had a bus driver that was driving. It was like a CityLink bus, and he got on his loudspeaker in Columbus and like, oh my god, it's the Fiend. It was really cool. I'm really not that famous of a person, but I guess people love that I do the Fiend thing.
Every time I see cosplayers, I always say something. There were so many Bray Wyatt T-shirts. People don't understand how many Bray Wyatt and Wyatt Six T-shirts there were
Yeah,
at the end. you'd be like, oh, there's another one. There's another. And it wasn't just like, and then there was a couple Husky Harris shirts. I wish I would have taken
Yeah,
photos of those. I wish I would have taken those photos.
yeah, because I got to see him debut when he changed from Husky Harris to Bray. It was here in Fort Wayne when New Day debuted. It was on SmackDown in, I think, 2021. He came out for the thing they did for, I think, Superstars or something, and he came out as Bray Wyatt instead of Husky Harris. It was like he was in he had his hat and the like Hawaiian shirts that he did. So yeah, I got to see him when he first changed over to Bray Wyatt from Husky Harris.
I do remember that. The last show I went to before this one, I got to watch Brodus Clay right before he became the Funkasaurus.
Oh yeah,
So it's like I remember it because he did a job. He did an enhancement match on Superstars right before,
yeah,
and then like 2 weeks later, he was the Funkasaurus, and I
yeah.
thought that was like,
That's like the last Raw I seen. We were like episode 995 or 96 here, and that's when they had, I think it was Brodius Clay and was it the Big Show or somebody? They had something, and it was him or Ryback. Somebody, it might have been Ryback. Like beat the living shit out of him. But yeah, it was the episode where AJ Lee was talking into the mirror, and I guess she was infatuated with Kane. So it's been a
yes,
while, but yeah.
yes. Next question: what is your go-to snack? What is that? Because that's how I got the name Snacks and Suplexes. I'm always
That's
snacking.
cool. A lot of times I like the checks, the things that are like Muddy Buddies. I do those, and then I like getting the Cheez-Its that got the bacon and the white cheddar. Those are pretty good. I eat pretty much anything, but yeah, like right now I was making dinner. I was in the mood. I found out they had new pizza rolls, so I've been eating pizza rolls. They got cheddar cheese ones, and then something called cured pepperoni. Like
Ooh, that sounds.
but I like trying stuff that's new. I got a lot of stuff on my Instagram and stuff. Like I try every Mountain Dew, any new kind of drinks, anything that come out. I try them all and then post them on there.
I just tried that new Whiteout Mountain Dew.
Oh
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
bad.
yeah. I was surprised they brought it out, but it was hard to find those 18 packs that they come
I
in.
found one.
I finally found them. Because
My wife found it for me.
that's how they made the Dew SA. If you mix all three together, it tastes basically like that they had out a couple years ago.
I have a full-on Bray Wyatt collection. You can actually see the white figure with
Yeah,
his
I've
pants
got
on.
some stuff, but not a lot. I know I got a figure when I met him in Toledo the year before he passed away, and that was a cool experience. It was like I was in my outfit, and he stopped and gave me a fist bump and told me how cool that it looked. I'm still working on upgrading a couple things. Uh, I plan on ordering some pants soon, but it's going to take 3 months to get them the exact same ones that he had. With the that I guess they're hand painted, is what I was
Yes.
told. The ones with the
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw.
got the boots. I bought wrestling boots originally for the outfit, and then I went on eBay and found the boots he wore, and they were like $250. But I got the boot. The boots are more comfortable than the wrestling boots I had.
Oh, absolutely. I've had a pair of boots myself, but I originally bought boots to wrestle in, but then I went to running shoes, which then turned into wrestling shoes that amateur wrestlers wear,
Yeah,
just because I liked the comfortability and I could use all my toes
yeah.
and just
I've
kind
had
of stand better.
actually. I don't know. I think I sent. Maybe I didn't send you the link. I've had one match, actual wrestling match. I'm not trained or nothing, but it was a few years ago. It's on YouTube. It's me versus a one man crew in my Fiend costume. His opponent didn't show up, so he asked me if I wanted to take a couple bumps, and so I said yeah. It was like an adrenaline rush. It was pretty cool. It was like maybe a 2 minute match. It maybe not have been that. It was just he did a clothesline on me in like an armbar, and then I tapped out. And then I wasn't even expecting after the match. He walked up when he was getting ready to leave and gave me $50 just for doing a thing with him since his opponent didn't show up, which I thought that was pretty cool. It was a
That is awesome.
lifetime thing.
I'm gonna pull up a photo of one of my favorite moments in wrestling. Everyone's always like, "Why do you share this?" I was like, "Because it was a good moment." This is me on my head.
Oh wow!
This is a dear friend of mine. He's
Yeah.
one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and this is actually my stepdad right here.
Oh, cool.
And my actual dad and my brother are standing over this way. So it's a good, cool group of guys. And the moment you hear the crowd cringe, but it was well worth it. It's
Yeah.
worth the fans because
I
we
know
had a
back in the
blast.
day, my friend Jeff, I don't know if you met him, Jeff Landis. He used to do like a backyard thing we used to do back in the day. I know he tries doing it every now and then, but yeah, he's another a big wrestling person that's here in Fort Wayne besides me. But yeah, he does. I think refereeing for like for some indie wrestling shows.
Jeffrey Wayne Landis.
Yep, that's him.
Yep. I believe no, I do not have him added. I just so
No,
happen the name
I'll have
rang
to
a
tell
bell.
him. But yeah, his nickname. He doesn't like people telling us. But we a long time ago we nicknamed him Wet Spot because it's like a little inside joke that we had.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be one of those people. But yeah, I'm almost positive I've crossed pa- I have crossed paths with him. I have
Oh
crossed
yeah.
paths with him. I did the backyard stuff for a couple years ago, so yeah, I've crossed
Yeah,
paths
that's
with
probably
quite a
weird
few
because that's
people.
where I did it because we had a one year he had I wasn't there and I missed it and it was crazy. I guess they were doing some backyard wrestling down by the art museum downtown here in Fort Wayne. I guess some kid freaked out because I guess one of the wrestlers whipped him into a chain fence and his ear got stuck on the fence and he kind of Mick Foley did.
Ooh,
So yeah, he freaked out when he saw blood and that he like ripped his ear a little bit.
I understand both sides of that. I do. But yes, that we have a lot of mutual friends here. To be exact, 63.
Oh yeah, might know Boomer from WME. He's a wrestler too. A lot of people don't know him. He's an indie wrestler. He goes by the name of Halloween. I don't know if he
Yes,
still does it. He does
yes.
it every now and then. Yeah, I met Boomer back in when they used to do Bruiser wrestling here in town for Dick the Bruiser Jr. And then I don't know if he's done it for Jason Maples that does the Heroes and Legends stuff. He's gonna have a show in like I think August 8th in Marion, and they got like Godfather and Boogeyman's gonna be there and stuff. But he does events.
I'm just getting excited. Like sorry, I just had to answer a quick
Oh no,
email.
you're good.
I'm always doing something. The joke is I have no days off. Well, people are right. I was looking at my notes too. I'm
Yeah.
old school.
Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with
Where's it
that.
at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Uh, uh. Have you ever attended anything but WWE shows like
No, yeah,
AWR
I've
Independent?
done like WWE and then Dick the Bruiser Jr. He a while ago. Well, he used to do it here in Fort Wayne, and then they were doing some in like Lima, Ohio. I know there was a group that used to be in Fort Wayne years ago called EWF, but I think they're running out of Lima now, and they're called War Wrestling. But and then there's I had to think of the other one. There's one that's ran out of Warsaw. I've been to a couple times. Uh, and then I know Bruiser's doing one like in August. It's where I did my first wrestling match. He's gonna be doing it here in Fort Wayne at the American Legion out on Bluffton Road. But yeah, I like going to indie shows. The last couple I went to in Warsaw, I did the Fiend get up, and I told people I don't mind doing it. And then there was one in Pierre's. I think it was the same group that was from Warsaw that they did it at Pierre's back in August. It's been 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, I like going to
Was
indie shows. I do pretty much everything because you never know when WWE is going to come back to Fort Wayne because it was like 2 years. It was 2 years from the first two we had, and then it didn't seem like we were getting them, and then I think it was 4 years after that. Yeah, 4 years. I think the last one was 2022, or maybe it's 2 years because the second one I ended up meeting Cody Rhodes. I think it was the second one I met Cody Rhodes, and then he met my mom after the show because I was telling him about how she was going through stage 4 endometriosis cancer, and so he wanted to meet her after the show, and so we did a big old group selfie together.
oh, that is
But he was
awesome.
cool about that.
Well, I have inside of a wrestling show happening July 11th. About a month. Is that a month away? Yep, that's a little.
Yeah,
Exactly a month away.
I have to make sure I get that for work.
Yes, I'm gonna share it on the screen now, and then I'll DM it to you in a bit
Okay.
once we get off here. But
Yeah.
Midwest Wrestling Combat, the QR code will send you links directly to their ticket site. Front row is $20. Gen admission is $10. Hey, you can't beat $10 and $20 tickets. You can never beat that. Anthony's a great guy. I've interviewed this Anthony Toatelli, Eric Surge, and Jacob Braun.
Yeah, Anthony's cool. I met him.
Yes, I tell everyone if you get into wrestling, talk to Anthony. He always
Anthony's
has
the lunch.
connections. He was trained by Congo Kong along with almost every other wrestler I've
Yeah.
interviewed has been trained by Congo.
Another good one that I wished he would have done LFG or WWE would have done something with him is Jake Oman. He's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's in OVW if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken right now.
I think so.
Yes. And that's how you know I watch so much wrestling. Yeah,
Oh
Anthony just
yeah.
shared another show. He's over in Salt Lake City, Utah right now.
Oh cool.
He's with some family and he's like, since I'm there, I might as well work. And then he picked
Yep.
up some show dates. Good for him, but I'm gonna be there July 11th, front row, along with the rest of my crew. They're all busy doing their own thing, but I will pick up
Yeah.
an interview almost anytime. I love people. I love expressing wrestling because wrestling is the key to the soul, in a sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done without wrestling with COVID. COVID sucked, and it was like WWE just kept on going, and so at least we had something to do on Mondays and Fridays.
Oh, they did NXT too. I followed
Yeah,
through
the next,
NXT so
yeah,
well. And WrestleMania or COVID WrestleMania, what was that? 35 or 34? 35. Yeah,
yeah,
I it bothered me that there was no fans. It took away from a lot of moments, but I will say Boneyard match was awesome.
yeah. I love the Boneyard match.
I just couldn't get behind cinema matches.
Yeah,
What is that?
the
How they
Firefly
did them?
Funhouse match. I love that too. That was a great
Yes,
match. I
it
thought
was
that was
fun to
pretty
watch.
creative with Cena and Bray uh coming up with the idea together.
Oh, absolutely. Did you? Let's be honest. We've all watched the Bray Wyatt
Oh
documentary.
my
It's a
god. Yeah,
really good one.
I was crying after it was over.
You
Yeah,
you
I
are
was in
never ready.
Georgia when I found out he passed away. I had to Google a lot of stuff because my son was graduating from Army basic training when it popped
Nice.
up on my phone, and I couldn't believe it. I didn't know if it was real until it started popping up everywhere. I tried to look because of all the people that post fake stuff. Uh, I had to look it up to make sure it was actually legit.
Oh, absolutely. I was at home and I was like, "This is a sick joke. Whoever sent me this is."
Yeah,
I'm sitting here like, messaging my friend. I was like, "You are mean for this." Like we said words that weren't
Yeah,
kind to each other. He's like,
yeah,
"No,
because when
this
we
is
were
real."
coming home from Georgia, the night same night we were coming home from Georgia, that Monday they had the memorial match in Louisville
Oh, that was an
for
emotional
Raw.
show to watch.
Oh yeah,
Even Terry Funk passing, I'm like,
yeah, that
no,
was
that man's supposed
crazy.
to be old. That was supposed to be that man who's old and crotchety, no matter what. Like he was just not supposed to die, just be old and crotchety. It's Terry
Yeah.
Funk, the character.
Another one
But
I was
knowing,
surprised with was back in the day. I knew him from Bruiser Wrestling. He started doing it with Rosie. Uh
yes,
he was cool as hell. He was one of the nicest people I ever met because he was doing his Rosie gimmick for a lot of independent places. Because I went, they had a show at I think it was Warsaw's high school, and he wrestled somebody and won the bruise. I think it was the championship belt for Bruiser Wrestling. Because
uh,
that same night they had oh my god, I can't think of his name. I would think of it, but it was he was with IRS. It was Mr. Hughes
Ted,
was wrestling.
yeah, wow. Like you've encountered more wrestlers than I have, and I've been doing this
Yeah,
like for 20 since 2014. I've always wanted to do interviews, and I've encountered so many wrestlers in the wild. It's
yeah.
really
If you
cool who
get a
you meet now.
chance to go to Heroes and Legends, that's I don't know how many more events he's going to do. He used to do them at the Coliseum. I met like lots of people too when he did his events there. Because like the one year we met the Boogeyman. My son met Brooklyn Brawler. They had all the old wrestlers. Glacier was there, and then one year, the year my mom got diagnosed with cancer, she couldn't go to the event. Enzo was there, and he personally had me FaceTime my mom because my mom loved Enzo, and he talked to her on FaceTime while she was in the hospital, and that kind of made her day. So Enzo was good. I
Oh,
thought it was
absolutely.
really did that.
I was upset for one reason. I bought a T-shirt at the event. Yep, it's right there. Oop. They advertised the cool
Yeah, the Dan
Dan
housing.
house.
Yeah, that
I
one
had
I
to.
wanted. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, people were saying he was gonna be here, and then he wasn't, which just surprised me because I don't know if somebody was just playing us because they were trying to say that car back, but then when he wasn't there, I really thought him and Kate Wilson would have been there, but him to come on back. Neither of them were, so I was surprised.
It was surprising, and I'm just glad I got it. I'm sad he wasn't there, but there was about a dozen of us just waiting. Okay, it was like 300 of us in line, just waiting for it.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna get this shirt, and then I didn't. I had to get out of the arena because of my ride stop, and then everybody was wanting pictures, so I didn't get a chance to get no merch. But yeah, the Wayne Housing thing, I thought that looked pretty cool. I'm sure
It
they'll be back
was,
because I was talking to somebody, and they said with the WrestleMania deal, they don't know what the dates are yet. We're supposed to get an NXT, a Raw, and a SmackDown still.
I will attend at least one of those. I will set
Yeah, I
aside
plan
days
on
off.
saving money out of my 401k when the time comes. I plan on going to WrestleMania. The rumors are 2028, but we'll see because I know they're already talking about Nashville's new arena for one of the years, but they keep saying 2028.
Yeah, I will say I did like the Rumble that when it was in
Yeah, I
Indianapolis.
missed it.
It looked
I
good.
had to work, or I would have been there.
It looked cool. Like I didn't get to attend it, but it looked cool, and the curve of the
Yeah,
ramp made me think of early
and like the
wrestling.
Blitz maker come back there. That I would have loved to be there because I like
Well, I do appreciate your time, man. I'm gonna call it quits on this one. I appreciate your time so much, but my daughter's telling me it's bedtime, and my old butt wants to get to bed. I appreciate your time. Is there any closing words you want to say for us today?
Um, yeah, let me in. No, no. Yeah, I appreciate you
I
having
love
me
that.
on. You're the first podcast I've ever done, but I appreciate all the wrestling fans here in Fort Wayne that comment on my comments and want to take pictures with me. I'm gonna keep on doing it, even though Bray's not here. I'm gonna continue his legacy and do it whenever there's wrestling shows around. I'll always be the Fiend.
That I look forward to it. I'm sitting here like looking up what wrestling shows are coming up next, but though I'm dropping the link to you right after this for
Okay.
the MWC tickets, just because it's a great
Yeah.
event and everyone's so kind. And autographs are
Yeah,
like
because I know I
$10.
think they had one either it was the day before or the day of when WWE was here. It might have been after, but I had to work.
It was
I
a week.
mad
It
that
was a
I
week
missed it.
after.
It was a week after, yeah.
Yes, I got to go, and I was super excited. It was my kid's first wrestling show, and
Yeah,
my
it looks
daughter
like
left
it's
with.
a good wrestling promotion. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out and just surprise them and show up in the bean costume. I just had to
My
shave
daughter
my head
left
again.
with. My daughter left with so many autographs.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've had
Everyone was
people
awesome.
tell me I should charge for my picture and stuff with my costume, and I just told them no, I do it for fun. It's for free. I've actually had a couple of people at the Coliseum. They were drunk, but they actually gave me money for taking pictures, and I told them that's not what I wanted. That's not why I do it. But yeah,
Yeah. But thank you again for your time, man.
yep,
As
no
I always
problem.
say, everyone, like, subscribe, and comment for more.